So my next final one, I'm going to be talking about Chief Martin Brody from the film Jaws. Jaws is one of my favorite films, and Brody is one of my favorite heroes, man. And what I like about Brody, he's a hero just off duty alone, man. You know, it's not like he's a reluctant hero to me in a way where it's like this job is just really, he's a local sheriff, and his job really doesn't involve sharks and water, but he realizes there's a threat going on in his community. People are getting killed. You know, there's a shark in the area. He even advises the mayor that it's a good idea to close his beach, but it sucks because the town of Amity's economy is so dependent on the summer beach season. You know, it poses an issue. And his thing is, I know there's an issue. I know our economy depends on this, but we've got lives at stake, man. And even the mayor, that's not registering with him. He's more money over, lives at this point. You're the town, they make most of their money during these months, and then for the rest of the year, it's slim pickings. So he goes above that, man, and takes it upon himself to the mayor's not going to do it. I've got to do it, man. He does convince him to allocate some funds, but the mayor still opens his beat. And we have incidents, and so then it's like, I told you, bro, you're not listening to me. I told you. So, then the mayor's like, all right, we got 4th of July coming soon next, so we got to deal with this. And Brody's still like, bro, we got to close this beach. So he gets allocated a little bit of money to form a crew to go and hunt this shark that's out here doing these killings, man. And I think it's dope. He's not even a water person like that. You know what I'm saying? His kids are they got their boat and all that. But he's not a waterman, and he goes out on this ship with a shark hunter, Quint, crazy ass. And Quint's had his own
the man, yo.
Quint's had his own history, so he has kind of a grudge with sharks, and he's kind of has a sadistic. He could get his money in a lot of different ways, but he chooses to make his money by hunting sharks. And he has a grudge from being a guy that was on the Indianapolis. That was a cool story. But I think Brody is a guy that really has the most purest heroic intentions. Like, he doesn't want to do this. He's out of his elements in a lot of ways, even by getting on a boat. Like I said, he's not a sailor, but his sense of duty is so high, and I think that's where the heroics of him shine, that he's willing to put himself in these positions that are awkward, unfamiliar, dangerous, for the greater good of a guy whose job is to protect his community and look out for them. And I think that's dope to me, man. A lot of people, take on, the chief, it's like, all right, it's a duty. I'll get paid for it. But I don't get the sense that they have the same sense of duty as Brody. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool to me. Like, that guy's a hero, man. And he's even the last guy standing. No, he's not the last guy. I think, what's the name, makes it too. But
yeah, the little doctor,
the scientist,
Dreyfus.
Yeah, I love Dreyfus in this too. But he's the last guy who takes Jaws out eventually. He's the guy. Smile, you son of a bitch. Yeah, and it's amazing, man. Like I said, you see it go down. You see him kind of grow, and throughout the whole film, man, he still remains this guy that's doing this ultimately for the greater good of people. Even that one scene, man, when he's chumming the water and Jaws hit him with the peekaboo. And he's like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, they need a bigger boat. And I'm like, man, and it's still in the face of that. Some guys would have abandoned, like, take me home, drop me off. But he stays the course, man, and he ends up being the hero in this fantastic film. This is in my top 5 films ever, man. I think shout out to Steve Mazan. I'm going to be on this Mazan Movie Club. I forgot to tell you, upcoming episode, and I think we're talking about Boys in the Hood. So in the beginning, he asked me, what's my favorite movie? I said Apocalypse Now, and he said, what do you think is the best movie? And I told him I think it was Jaws, and only because I think Jaws has the perfect blend of so many elements, and it makes it one of the films that's it's the only thing missing from Jaws is romance. Otherwise, you've got suspense, you've got horror, you've got thrills and chills, you got high action adventure. In the later third when they're doing the barrels on Jaws, and you've just got heroism. Like, it's a great film, and it's just in my top 5 to this day because of characters like Martin Brody, man.
And it changes the way people view going on vacation to the beach.
And it was the first blockbuster, man. Like, it's a lot of things with that film that I think make it one of the best films ever made.
Shout out to Brody, because when duty called, he answered the phone.